Hey guys, what's up? It's Harriet here, and here's the first episode of my F1 2016 career mode. And obviously this is something I've been wanting to do for a while as well, and also as I put a trailer out a few days ago. It didn't really work, but I think you got the idea of what it was supposed to be, telling you about what's going on. So yeah, we are finally getting round to it, and it's taken me a long time to record because it was a bit glitchy as well when I started doing it. So yeah, let's choose the team here, and I decided to go with Toro Rosso because I think it would be a good way to get to a big team. I don't have the footage from the agent, so let's just get into practice one here.
Welcome to our viewers from around the globe. You join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
So I decided to go with track acclimatization in practice one because it seemed like the easiest one to do, and obviously I've had a few practices with some career modes, and coming on to the end of the first lap, we got it perfect straight away, which is absolutely amazing, and I think that will really help us with the resource points. So let's see what our chief engineer has to say.
Hi. Good to meet you at last. My name's Chris, and I'll be working with you as your Chief of Vehicle Development. It'll be my job to get your feedback as a driver and to direct our upgrade design in the areas that you feel are most lacking. At each Grand Prix, we can run a series of practice programs and log the performance of the car as you drive it at its limit. This gives us data that we can utilize to develop various performance improvements. In order for me to know which upgrades to prioritize, I'll need you to select a development area that you'd like us to focus on. And you can do that in the R&D section of your laptop. Anyway, that's all for now, but I'll keep you up to date, okay? I'll see you soon.
Right, now that was our Chief of Vehicle Development called Chris, and looking at the stuff we have first, obviously because we're in the Toro Rosso, we have the Ferrari engine, and we have a decent amount of downforce but not enough, so I'm going to really be focusing on engine power, chassis weight and downforce first, and maybe I'm going to do the first few of those first and upgrades, and then I'll start to move on to the drag and fuel efficiency ones in time. Now going into practice 2, we did qualifying pace, and they beat it by a lot, which is really good as well, so it gets a lot more resource points, and hopefully that will bode well for qualifying. So let's get into qualifying right now.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. Watching some of the cars attack the high-speed corners, it occurred to me that this might be one of the more awkward tracks to prepare a car for. Do you go for top speed over grip, or do you look to maximise performance in all the corners?
It's easy to make your car quick in a straight line, you just take all the downforce off. But when it comes to a track like this, you really need a bit more of a compromise. The main focus here is carrying speed through the fast-flowing corners, but you still don't want to be a sitting duck on the straight.
Right. Here I decided to set my bank lap on a set of soft tyres, but the problem was that my car had a bit of a problem at the end of the session. So this turned out to be our only qualifying lap, which was really annoying because look at the weather, it was supposed to be raining, so that was so annoying. Before we get into the race though, there's something I need to say, and that this race was really glitchy like the whole weekend. And so here's the first one where I nearly got disqualified to restart the session just because I was stuck in the pit lane. And
Race over. The stewards have black flagged
they messed up the whole thing. And the second one was that one going into a corner. It suddenly just stopped and froze. And like, so it was just a clear engine sound. So yeah, I'll just let you watch these glitches and see what you think. So here we are for the race, and looking at the strategy, it's supposed to get dry, but we just don't have a number of laps. It's going to be intermediate all the way. So we get to 5 red lights for the first race of our entire career. And this lights out and away we go from 16th place to the Australian Grand Prix. We get a decent start, going up the gears, we just get past Brogan, maybe past our teammate as we brake heavily into turn 1 so everyone slows down. As we just tap the back of Alonso a bit, as Raikkonen swerves in front of us and pulls us onto the grass. We have an illegal overtaking Alonso apparently. This is good, so we lose place to him. As everyone speeds up in front of us going into turn 3, we dive down the inside of Alonso, basically just in the field. Get on the curve a bit, just down the track. As in the first lap, we get up 10th place after starting on 16th. Now going on to the end of that one as well, you see Raikkonen battling with Gutierrez as he set a purple sector. We just have to swerve just to avoid him. So just avoiding an accident there, which was very good. He's now working to 9th place. So it's been a really good start for us, and hopefully it needs to go on. And on to lap 3, we see Raikkonen going down into the inside of Hulkenberg as we get in the grass. And thanks to that, we've really closed up on him now. It looks like we could be shaping up for an overtake actually. And as we just try to stick behind him, but he gets the better of us as we just lose back on losing line, getting the brakes, and we try and move down the inside, but it just doesn't work. We just don't have the speed and the turns in us. So maybe in a few laps we can try again. Now coming on to the end of lap 3, so in lap we see Alonso, who's caught up with us. They've been looking around for a move, but he just doesn't really want to get there. And going to the end, or in the middle of lap 4 through sector 2, you can see that Alonso comes and makes a better move now. Just see him poking his nose, but he backs out of it as he loses more time. It just won't work. Now coming on to the start of lap 5, we see that we've closed up a lot in Hulkenberg here, and that he gets a poor exit out, and we just tried to tuck in slipspoon, and it looks like we're going to make the overtake here from 8th place, and we brake later, and go down the gears and get 8th place from Hulkenberg and move up even more in the race. Now coming through sector 2 on lap 6, we see Hulkenberg picking up the move, but we just tried to hang it down the inside, which works as he packs out of the move again. And so we're defending really well here, and I think we could get some decent places. Now coming on to lap 10, nothing really happened. A few laps we were just cruising, but we've caught up with Massa, and we tried to go down the inside, but he blocks us a bit. He just comes down, just covers a bit, so we just can't get our wheel down through there. So maybe we would get in a few laps, but I don't think we could. And now coming down through down into turn 2, we brake really late. We make a late lunge down the inside. So we go down to gear 1, and we get into 7th place. Now coming on to end of the same lap, we see that Massa looking to move, but it just doesn't get there. So it seems like he is going to be really aggressive. To me, it seems like we have a battle in our hands here. Massa comes down our outside as we listen to the radio engineer as he gets the move done. Out round the outside, really through the chicane, and maybe he's got that pace back because he just goes off in the distance, clears that greater straight line speed as we chose for the downforce option for this race to have better grip through the corners. As we brake late, he sort of just brake checks us there and blocks us, but that really doesn't work for him. He drags himself onto the grass and I can't turn, so that I get the place. As we see him closing up on us again with the great straight line speed, but because we're definitely in brake zone, he tries to squeeze us out by tapping our side pod, but we just squeeze through to get the place, and we're here on lap 15. Now coming on to the end of lap 15, we see Massa just tapping our bank. He was coming from the fastest lap of the race and wins the race on lap 15, but we're way behind him as we still have Massa up our chuff, but he just won't make the move down coming into the final sector, and unless he tries any audacious moves, I think we might just have 7th place here. And coming up through from 16th, I think we can really be proud of our first result here. Coming through the final corner, Massa, and it's not close enough to overtake us. I think we'll be able to get 7th place here. And this is absolutely brilliant for our first race of the season, and getting 6 points on the board. Thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for me.